Man, what am I doing, bro? What am I doing? I gotta open the venue up at 5 a.m. Elimination Chamber is terrible, man. How many? What we got? 6 hours, 7 hours of the chamber. Everybody should be in bed. What are you doing watching me? It's all right. You guys can have one drink. I'm cutting everybody off, okay? SmackDown tonight. Let me check my notes. What happened on SmackDown tonight, man? Still trying to figure that one out. What happened tonight? I don't know, man. Did Roman show up? Roman was there. He didn't wrestle. Was Dwayne there? Nah, man. Dwayne didn't want to show up 2 nights or 2 shows in a row in the same place. Dwayne. Anyway, I don't know what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna hang out. I'm going to the venue. I'm gonna make myself an old-fashioned, because after this week, man, holy shit, do I fucking need it. And we're going to maybe talk about SmackDown tonight. But listen, we're going to the venue. We're going downstairs into my mother's basement. And when I get there, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? As everybody's in bed on a Friday night, I should be too. I'll see you over there. Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking. Oh, my goodness, man. Why do I still hear crickets in this bar? Why do I still hear crickets in this bar, man? I mean, are we fucking serious? I mean, was SmackDown that boring tonight? Seriously. Listen. Where's Jesse? Where's Jesse at? Yo, Jesse! Is he even here? Is Jesse even here? What? He's watching TNA. What's it called? No surrender? Oh my goodness, man. This guy's fucking crazy, man. Seriously. We got crickets in the venue. He's not even here. I asked him to pay the extermination bill. Clearly he didn't do it. My coffee machine. I'm looking at my fucking coffee machine, man. It's not even prepped yet. You know I'm gonna need a whole pot of coffee, man, in about 5 hours. Holy shit, man. This is ridiculous. You know, this was once a cool place to hang out. Nobody wants to be here anymore. Not after shows like this. Holy shit. You know what? Let's go upstairs, man. By the time I get out of here, man, I'll have 3 hours of sleep, and then you'll end up watching some... You know what? I was told to be good. I'm not even gonna mention. You know, let's go upstairs, man. This is ridiculous. What do they say? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie? Yeah. Oh, my goodness, man. Fucking crickets in the venue, man. Jesus Christ. What are we doing? Was SmackDown that bad? Holy shit. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Yeah! 5 a.m. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Yeah, that's right, man. Now the UK folk, man, now they're getting their revenge on us, you know? Oh, you guys got it easy. 8 p.m., 7 p.m., it's 3 p.m., 3 a.m. for us over here, motherfucker. Yeah, I know. Whatever the case may be, man. I got a red microphone. Jesse! Oh, my goodness, man. Look at this fucking guy. I got to do everything myself. He's not even fucking here. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to, man? Jesus fucking Christ. This guy's a waste of my fucking time.
I don't even know
yeah,
why
I don't even know why you come here either, motherfucker. This guy, you know what? We're going to leave it. It don't even matter, man. Did it feel like a SmackDown tonight? Of course not. It felt like a fucking house show. Where's the blue microphone? Hey, you guys want the blue microphone? We'll change the fucking blue microphone. Watch this, yeah. Oh, my goodness, man. Look at that. Oh, yeah, look at that. The blue microphone. There you go. Fucking geeks. Oh, JD, you don't have the blue microphone. Why don't you go Google it? Now go Google this, motherfucker. Anyway. It's one of those nights, man. We're just gonna wing it, man. We're just gonna go with it, man. Because we gotta be up. I gotta be up at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. It is what it is. You know, I spoke to Mr. Baydala tonight, or earlier today, and he said, are you really covering SmackDown? I mean, nothing's happening. Rock ain't gonna be there. Roman ain't gonna be there. I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm indebted to the audience to cover SmackDown. Yeah, we'll do a nice small audience. And he's like, well, you're crazy, man. I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock. Oh, Drew's already been in bed for 2 hours, man. Lucky him, right? SmackDown. We had, it was a tape show. I know it was a tape show. Thank you for filling me in on the information, man. I could have easily told you it was a tape show just by the opening match. I mean, there were, there was a lot of people booing Tiffany Stratton for no reason, man, but I didn't see anybody moving in the audience. A lot of people cheering Liv Morgan. I didn't see one fucking person standing up cheering for Liv Morgan, man. So you kind of know that it's a tape show. I knew it was a tape show going into last week's show because they were doing a double taping of Friday Night SmackDown. And everybody's in Australia as of Wednesday. So they're doing their thing over there. They had a press conference last night. Absolutely nothing important happened over there. The biggest thing that actually happened at the press conference was Michael Cole explaining to us that the Elimination Chamber took a month to get to Perth, and that the real-life Pirates, I'm not talking about the Pittsburgh Pirates, I'm not talking about Long John Silver, John Long Silver, that's where my fucking head's at. Long John Silver, I'm not talking about Johnny Depp, I'm talking about real-life Pirates. Arr! You know? Pirates impacted WWE shipping plans for the Elimination Chamber. That was the biggest piece of information that came out of the press conference last night. The structure, which took a month to get here, says Michael Cole. Originally, it was supposed to ship through the Suez Canal, but Pirates ended those plans. So it was sent to Miami, transported via truck to Los Angeles, taken by ship to Sydney, and then on train to Perth. And the Elimination Chamber was still being constructed as of last night. So that was pretty interesting. We had real-life Pirates almost seize the Elimination Chamber structure, and we wouldn't have gotten a pay-per-view on Saturday morning, which would have saved our sleeping schedules, potentially, man. Those fucking Pirates, man, they had our best interests in their heart. Give it up to them, you know? Anyway. I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. The most important thing that happened on SmackDown tonight, if you want me to be open and honest with you like I always am, Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker made his SmackDown debut tonight, in-ring debut. He wrestled Dante Chen of NXT. Who? Yeah, Dante Chen. You don't know who he is? Got people here asking me who the fuck Dante... I don't know who the fuck he is. Dante Chen. Sounds like he is someone the New York Yankees picked up to play right field. I don't fucking know. Dante Chen. It's basically a squash match for Mr. Bron Breakker. I got people in the chat already asking, well, I can't wait to see JD shit on squash matches in WWE. Keep that same energy, man. What energy, man? What energy do you want me to keep? It's his first night here. Bron Breakker, if I need to put it in simpler terms for you, geeks, Bron Breakker just walked into the bar. He didn't even take off his fucking jacket yet to sit down to order a drink. What do you want him to do? Seriously. What would you like Bron Breakker to do? They did what they needed to do with Bron Breakker. All you needed to do was see his speed, his momentum, and his spear. That was it. I hope there's more to that, more to Bron Breakker, or more than that for Bron Breakker on the main roster, because Bron Breakker's actually a great fucking wrestler. But we'll figure that out when I get there. Dante Chen! That's who it is! Yeah, go Google it! Go Google it! Dante Chen. Don't ask me who the fuck Dante Chen is. By the way, I need some graphics designers, man. I'm going to need a Go Google It t-shirt on Bonfire by the end of the weekend. So whoever's a graphics designer, I need you to hit me up. Seriously. I need a solid-looking Go Google It t-shirt. We got to capitalize on this AEW stan behavior. Outside that, nothing else happened, man. Very generic build for the Elimination Chamber. We had a tag team match between Judgment Day and the New Catch Republic. Who? Listen, man, you're asking me way too many fucking questions. The New Catch Republic. No, we're not talking about spring training, okay? We're not talking about the MLB. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, the New Catch Republic. They were formerly the British Strong Style. Now they're New Catch Republic. Great. Another name I got to get used to. But, yeah, just Google graphic designers. Go Google it. Great. Thanks, guys. You threw it right back in my face, man. This is why I got the best audience in the entire community. Judgment Day versus the New Catch Republic. We had AOP against the Street Profits. We got the debut of a new tag team in Ashante the Adonis and Cedric Alexander, which I quite like. It seems like they're going to be pairing those two guys together. What they're actually going to do on SmackDown, nobody knows, but we'll see what happens. They might end up feuding with the Pride or the Hurt Business, whatever you guys want to call them, when the Final Testament get done with them. And then LA Knight. He wrestled Drew McIntyre in the main event for momentum going into the Chamber. And they got all those guys in the ring tonight to sell the Chamber. Randy Orton came out and gave a RKO to Drew McIntyre to sell those two guys, being that they are the odds-on favorites to win the Elimination Chamber tomorrow morning. And we're going to try and get into all that. Plus, I got a update on Dwayne, when Dwayne is going to show up next for WWE. It could very well be tomorrow morning. We don't know. Triple H has been playing up the fact that The Rock will not be at the Elimination Chamber because he doesn't want to get people's hopes up. Now, I don't know if that's just Triple H doing what Triple H is doing per the storyline, because there's some sort of power struggle there, and then Rock's going to show up on his own because The Rock does whatever he wants, and realistically, The Rock is Triple H's boss at this point. Who knows? But I got confirmation, we got confirmation today that The Rock will be on next week's SmackDown from Glendale, Arizona. So we'll go over that news article as well. And anything else you guys want to talk about here on this Friday Night SmackDown post show on Off the Script. You guys are probably wondering when I am going live for the Elimination Chamber. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you guys are following me on social media, you will have already known the update. But I will be watching live like a fucking maniac. I don't know who else is watching live, but we'll be watching live at 5 a.m. I'll already have a whole pot of coffee made. I will be getting a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich from the deli up the street, and we will be doing our thing. The show will probably be over around 8:30 a.m. At that point, I'm going back to bed and setting myself up on the couch to sleep for about 2.5 hours. Get up, shower, get the stream all ready to go, and then I will be live at 12:30 Eastern Time tomorrow afternoon. It will be me and my guy, Andrew Baydala. We will be live together. So you got the Tuesday Night Titans duo live for the Elimination Chamber. And we'll be doing our thing, as always, right here on OTS. So if you guys are into that, hopefully you can join us. Because I know a lot of people are going to be watching the show at their leisure, whether it's tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, whatever the case may be. I don't blame you. It's one of these oddities. This is a very strange time for us all here on the East Coast, but you guys can catch the stream, obviously, whenever you want, because it'll be on the channel, and it'll probably be the only thing that I'm doing tomorrow. I may or may not do Collision. We'll see what happens, depending on how the show is and what type of mood I'm in. I don't know. Because I really want to round out February and just go out with a bang, man. This has ended up being the best month that we've had in the history of the show, due to the whole WrestleMania fiasco and The Rock and Cody and Roman and all that stuff. So you guys absolutely killed it. Hopefully we can duplicate that going into March and then on into April for WrestleMania. It's going to be great. So thank you guys so very much. February was the greatest and biggest month in all aspects, every single aspect on YouTube. So thank you guys very much for all of your continued support. And I believe we just hit 156,000 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. We might have hit 156,000 being live here. No, we're one subscriber away from 156,000 subscribers. So thank you guys very much for all of your support there. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That is on X, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Go check out all the other content on the channel. There's plenty of it. Super chats are open. Get them on in, man. Super chats are yours. Make sure you guys get that join button hit as well, man. Hit the join button and become a VIP right here on Off the Script. We made some slight changes to the OTS Discord server. And if you guys are VIPs, you get access to our OTS Discord, which I updated. And I put that link on the community section for all my YouTube VIPs. So if you guys are missing that link or needing that link, it's there. And tonight's show sponsored by my great friends over at Manscaped. Manscaped.com. Code SCRIPT20 at checkout. You guys are going to get 20% off and free shipping courtesy of the podcast. March Madness is coming up, guys. You guys know. March Madness is pretty big. And when things get hairy during March Madness, you better make the call on Manscaped. Get them up. Don't bench them. They better be in your starting lineup. Manscaped.com. Code SCRIPT20 at checkout. We'll talk about my friends over at Manscaped a little bit later on in the show. Well, we started off SmackDown with Tiffany Stratton. Ladies match. Ladies in action. Tiffany Stratton versus Liv Morgan. These two women are in the Elimination Chamber. And I'm not picking any of these women. It's going to be very interesting to see how they actually eliminate Tiffany Stratton because the only way out of the chamber is by pinfall. So I guess that they are okay with Tiffany Stratton being pinned. They gave her 3 wins already in the last 3 weeks. So I'm assuming it's okay for her to suffer a loss to one of these women in the chamber tomorrow morning because she's not winning it. Tiffany's not winning. She's nowhere near ready for a WrestleMania championship match. She just got here. Who eliminates her? I don't know. That remains to be seen. It could be Becky Lynch. Could be Bianca Belair. I have already predicted that Bianca Belair and Tiffany Stratton should have a match at WrestleMania. I think that would be a solid undercard match. Give it a nice feud. Give it some reason. Give it some meaning. And then put them on the WrestleMania card, whether it's night 1 or night 2. Because we got 2 women's championship matches, and then I'm assuming we're going to get an additional women's match on the show for each night. Now, Tiffany versus Bianca would be a great match. I think they could kill it, given the stage at WrestleMania. And then you do Nia Jax. She's been all over the program on Monday night. You put Nia Jax in the ring with Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill makes her... I guess, presentation to the main roster, and then we're off and running with Jade Cargill. I can't see them keeping her off TV any longer, you know. It would be ridiculous for them to do that. So, is she ready? I don't know. Probably not. But I feel like her at WrestleMania against Nia Jax is a good spot for her, especially after what we saw coming out of the Royal Rumble and that little stare down that they had, and the fact that Jade eliminated Nia Jax from the Royal Rumble and body slammed her, I think that would be a solid match if they want to go and present Jade to the WWE audience in that fashion. I think that would be a star-making moment for her. To all the Liv Morgan geeks out there who have shrines and posters and a bottle of lube next to their bed fantasizing about Liv Morgan, this is for you guys. Liv Morgan's not going to WrestleMania. Liv Morgan is not wrestling Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan will not win the Elimination Chamber. Liv Morgan is not a WrestleMania match. She's not main event worthy for WrestleMania. I'm only telling this to you because I love you. And I would never lie to you. Liv Morgan is not there. Whatever they have going on with Liv and Rhea, this Liv Revenge Tour, that will be played out on Raw. Give them a Raw main event. Liv will not be going to WrestleMania. She might not even be on the card. There's no reason why WWE should choose Liv over Becky. Seriously. This match was... I don't know. This match wasn't really all that. Thought it was kind of clunky. Thought it was kind of sloppy at times, but here we are. Stratton attempted to gain some momentum early, did not do so, and she tried to head to the back, but Liv Morgan caught up with her as Belair watched who was sitting on commentary. She said nothing. She was sitting next to commentary. She didn't really say anything. So we go to commercial break, and Stratton and Morgan are in the ring. Stratton had Morgan grounded and trapped in a fundamentally sound shinlock. After Morgan made her way back to her feet, Stratton started, yelling at Bianca, who was sitting at the commentary desk. This allowed Liv Morgan to fire up and make a babyface comeback here. Morgan hit a code breaker off the second turnbuckle. Stratton was fighting it off. She didn't back down. Stratton then attempted to nail the prettiest moonsault ever, which Stratton kind of messed up the last couple of weeks. And she did not win with the prettiest moonsault ever this week. So Morgan moved on the moonsault attempt. Stratton rolled through. Morgan followed up with a powerbomb. This was from the second turnbuckle. Only got a 2 count on Miss Stratton. So both women now are on the outside after Stratton tossed Morgan back into the ring. Tiffany Stratton all of a sudden goes over and slaps Bianca Belair in the face for no reason. But that's how much of a bitch Tiffany Stratton is. She plays one. So she slapped Bianca Belair out of nowhere, got back into the ring. Morgan was able to gain a pin attempt when Stratton got back into the ring. Belair jumped on the apron, had the referee distracted. Stratton saw this as an opportunity and pushed Morgan into Belair, knocking her off the apron. And Stratton rolled up Morgan for a 1, 2, 3. Tiffany wins and gets momentum, pal, going into the Elimination Chamber on Saturday morning. That's basically it. Really nothing much to it. No real storyline purpose here. Bianca was slapped by Tiffany Stratton. If you guys want to dissect that, I guess you can. There's something going on there between those two. Kind of looks like Tiffany Stratton's going to be pinned by Bianca Belair inside the chamber. That could probably, and I would assume, kickstart their WrestleMania feud because Bianca is not being left off the WrestleMania card, and they are clearly building towards something between these two ladies. And I think a WrestleMania match between them would be fantastic. So that's all that there is to it. Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair, they're building to something there. Bianca may get her revenge in the chamber. Liv lost, and Liv will not win the chamber, and she will not go to WrestleMania, and then a bunch of people will end up crying because Liv didn't win the chamber. As you all know, Becky is going to win the chamber. It's plain and simple. WWE's not giving up on Rhea versus Becky at WrestleMania. It's too big of a match, and that's the stage for it. And they may actually main event night 1 if given the opportunity. Backstage, Kayla Braxton was with DM Hunk. Gotta love DM Hunk, man. Drew McIntyre. Drew said it seems his entire career has led to this moment. He said if he loses at the chamber or at WrestleMania, it was all for nothing. McIntyre is yet to sign a new contract with the WWE, so nobody knows what is going to happen with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania and beyond. He said if he loses, his career would be useless, just as useless as CM Punk's return to WWE. Bobby Lashley then walked in and started snickering at Drew McIntyre. He says he gets it because Punk got so much hype. He pointed at Drew's shirt, the one with him pointing at CM Punk's tombstone. He says it's almost as comical as when he made Drew pass out in the Hurt Lock at WrestleMania 37. He laughed and he walked away. Now, I don't know where they're going with this, but clearly it's to set up a elimination potentially from Drew McIntyre to Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's not winning the chamber. He's only in there because he's semi-big name Bobby Lashley. But Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton are the odds-on favorites to win the Elimination Chamber. I would give LA Knight, like I said on Tuesday night with Drew, I would give LA Knight the dark horse treatment. There's no way anybody should be able to count out LA Knight. You got to put him in the discussion because that men's chamber is as unpredictable as they come. You don't really know what's going on. LA Knight could win it. He doesn't have a clear direction going into WrestleMania. They're not going to leave him off the card. LA Knight versus Logan Paul has been rumored. They could very well start that tomorrow morning via an elimination or some angle in the chamber. Drew McIntyre is the odds-on favorite right now. I think he's the fan's choice based on the body of work that he's done. His heel work has been tremendous. I think Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins would be a fine match to place on either night at WrestleMania. And you can't leave out Randy Orton. You can't. Now, the reason we say Randy Orton is because Randy Orton, out of all these guys, has the most unclear path to WrestleMania. He does not have a solid plan for WrestleMania, and that should really open people's eyes in regards to Randy Orton. Now, I don't know what they plan to do with the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't. And I'm talking about Roman's World Heavyweight Championship, the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. I presume Cody's going to win the title. They're not doing this and then pivot back to Cody Rhodes for him to lose. Cody is winning the title in Philadelphia, and Cody's going to end the reign of Roman at WrestleMania. That would move Cody from Raw to SmackDown. Now, you're going to take Cody off of Raw, put him on SmackDown, a Monday Night Raw right now that has lost CM Punk. That's a big gaping hole on Monday night. Now, if Randy Orton wins the chamber and Randy Orton wrestles Seth Rollins, Randy Orton could beat Seth Rollins, Randy Orton wins the World Championship, and Randy Orton's placed on Monday Night Raw, and that gives Monday Night Raw some star power that they lost with Cody moving over to SmackDown and CM Punk injured and not back until at least September. You got to think of it. You got to really open your mind and get used to that fact. It is a possibility. Will they go that route? I don't know. I don't know. But we will find out on Saturday morning. Those are the three guys. Kevin Owens is not winning it. Logan Paul is certainly not winning it. And Bobby Lashley's not winning it. It's Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and LA Knight in that order. I'm going with McIntyre. It's just way too obvious. But that also may be a reason why he doesn't win it, because it's way too obvious. Randy Orton, he is one of those guys that you got to think seriously could win this entire thing, and for the right reasons. A video aired of Ashante the Adonis at home. He's looking at his mobile phone. So they paired him and Cedric Alexander up as a tag team. What their tag team name is, I don't know. They don't have a name, but they paired these two guys up together because realistically, neither guy had anything going on. So he's looking at his phone, and Cedric is walking out of Ashante's bathroom, and he's got this outfit on. Ashante doesn't like it. He's like, if we're going to be a team, you got to dress the part. So he came out wearing all these different outfits, and he critiqued Cedric's outfits. They showed his cat several times, trying to make it seem witty and comedic and cute. So Cedric comes out wearing this tight leather vest, these tight leather pants. He's got Bret Hart shades on, or what looked to be Bret the Hitman Hart shades. He looked like he should be singing for Judas Priest with the tight leather he was wearing, Cedric. And Ashante said, that's the outfit. That's what I like. That's what we're going with. I don't know how this is supposed to resonate with us. I don't know what type of character or gimmick they're giving these guys, but to me, I like the pairing. I just don't think this got off on the right foot. I mean, are they supposed to be the odd couple? Are they going to play an odd couple tag team? Perfect strangers? Remember that? I don't know. The best thing about this was the cat. If I'm being brutally honest with you, the best thing about this was the cat. Moving on. Roman Reigns. Well, Roman was actually on the show tonight, man. Wow. I did not expect any Roman, but we got Roman. Backstage, Jimmy was sitting next to Roman, and Jimmy told Roman that he should have seen the look on Jay's face last week. This was actually filmed before Raw. when he attacked him. Reigns started laughing. Solo stood in the background with his arms crossed. He didn't say a fucking word. He didn't show any emotion. Reigns, his expression changed when he asked Jimmy, "Who sent you to Raw?" Jimmy said, hesitating, "Paul Heyman sent me to Raw. He told me to go out there and do that. He ran the play." Reigns laughed at Jimmy. He's like, "We're just going to tattle on Paul Heyman now. We're just going to throw Paul Heyman under the bus. The wise man, we're just going to throw him under the bus." Reigns told Jimmy it was actually Roman's call. Roman told him it was his call. Reigns said he played it perfectly. Jimmy then did touchdown. He went for a handshake on Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns left him hanging. Heyman walked up to Reigns and then nervously told Reigns that Grayson Waller is here. Reigns told Heyman, "Bring him Grayson Waller." Now, I don't know what that means, but Grayson Waller is hosting the Grayson Waller Effect tomorrow night, or tomorrow morning, I should say, at the Elimination Chamber, and his guests are Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. It's probably the most important segment of the entire show, to be quite honest with you. Now, we got news on The Rock. The Rock's next TV appearance, we won't have to wait long for Dwayne. Now, he's not confirmed for the Elimination Chamber, even though it is possible. I am making a prediction right now. Triple H already said he doesn't want to get the fans' hopes up. People were asking him if The Rock is going to be there. He doesn't want to get the fans' hopes up. Right now, Rock is not showing up at the Chamber, and neither is Roman. We didn't see Roman or Rock anywhere in any video, any clips, nothing at all down there in Perth. So they could very well show up and keep it a surprise, or they may not be there at all. But I'm going with that they will show up. It will be treated as a surprise. So on Friday, WWE confirmed that The Rock will be appearing next week on SmackDown from Glendale, Arizona. Reigns has not been announced for the show, but The Rock will be there. Maybe we get some explanation tomorrow morning, and maybe we get some explanation on Friday next week. We're going to have to, because next week will mark 5 weeks till we get to WrestleMania, and they need to do something quickly. So we'll see. Moving on. Bron Breakker. He wrestled Dante Chen. Who? Go Google it. Yeah, okay. Go Google it. I'm being told go Google it for Dante Chen. Bron Breakker wins in 1 minute. That's all this match needed. He landed an early Steiner line. That's a clothesline for the uneducated. And then Bron caught him in a midair power slam because this clown thought that he could go off the top rope and do some offensive aerial maneuvers to Bron Breakker. No, thank you. He did manage to get a drop kick on Bron Breakker, but to no effect. And then he dropped his straps down after the power slam. He barked, and that was a signature of his father, Rick Steiner. Ho, ho! Right? He barks like a dog. And then he ran the ropes. Corey Graves said that Bron Breakker has been clocked in at 23 miles an hour running the ropes. I don't know if that's legit or not, but that's fucking scary if true. I'm going to lean on no, that is not even close. I do not think Bron Breakker runs the ropes at 23 miles an hour. Spear. Bron Breakker's got the best spear in the business. Dante Chen was speared in half. That could realistically be his Mortal Kombat fatality. Finish him. The spear is devastating. Cut him in half. 1, 2, 3. And Bron Breakker beats Dante Chen. Who? I told you, man. Go Google it. Don't ask me who Dante Chen is. Go Google it. Caleb Braxton interviewed Damian Priest, Finn Balor, J.D. McFish, and Dominic Mysterio. She asked about Priest and Balor defending their titles against the New Catch Republic. on Saturday morning. Balor shooed them away. No challenge, no threat at all. Priest said that they won't have anything left but to pick the bones up after Dominic and McDouble are finished with them tonight. I don't know what JD McSkillet is going to do, but maybe he'll throw some pickles and some tomato on that McDouble, and he'll walk into the Elimination Chamber tomorrow morning with some momentum. I don't know. Before we got that tag team match with Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McFlurry, we got Elektra Lopez approaching Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. Elektra Lopez is the newest female in the Legado group, led by Santos Escobar, Legado del Fantasma. Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro were of the old Legado, down in NXT. They were chatting backstage. They were sitting on some production crates. Kevin Dunn misses those. He's not in production anymore. She said she's been watching them the last 3 weeks, and it's sad. She asked where Rey Mysterio is. The LWO is dead. She said following Rey has made them losers. She said next time, maybe their loyalty will be better if there is a next time. Angel and Humberto attacked these guys from behind. Santos Escobar then leaned in while Santos looked at them. Angel and Humberto had them tied down in some arm bars. Santos leaned down and said, they betrayed him, and that's the price they had to pay, and it's not done yet. Carlito and Zelina Vega ran in with some officials as Legado del Fantasma then fled the scene. I don't know where we're going with this, but next week we got Carlito. I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Carlito. He will wrestle Santos Escobar in a street fight next week. Great. Pete Dunne. Tyler Bate. Tag team action against Dominic Mysterio and J.D. McNuggets. Everybody loves some chicken nuggets, right? Maybe not McDonald's McNuggets. Who eats McDonald's, man? It's poison. Stop eating fast food, please. I'm very concerned. Stop putting shit into your bodies, man. Honestly. And if you want to go eat McDonald's, go ahead. I'm only here, man. I would like to live a long life, man. Not ingest fast food here in North America, okay? Anyway, here I am preaching like some fucking evangelist about what and what not to do, you know? This was probably the best thing on the entire show, to be honest with you. Easily the best thing about this show. Tag team division in WWE is starting to heat up, man. I like it. New Catch Republic are not winning the tag team titles tomorrow night. They're not. I mean, the Judgment Day, they are going into WrestleMania as champions, and they will end up losing those titles to R-Truth and The Miz. R-Truth will overcome his bullies at WrestleMania. That is the story. And that will begin the breakup, or at least the beginning stages of a breakup for the Judgment Day. So Bate and J.D. McRib started the match, and both men attempted to gain momentum. They used their technical abilities. They used their speed, but it was Bate's power that overcame J.D. McFlurry. Now, a lot of these guys already have history before all of this because a lot of them, 3/4 of this match, were staples in NXT UK. A lot of history between Tyler Bate and J.D. McDonough. A lot of history between Pete Dunne and J.D. McDonough. A lot of history between Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. A lot of history. So, Bate, he was in trouble. Pete Dunne tagged in. Mysterio was being turned into a pretzel. And Bate was tagged back in as Pete Dunne was working that joint manipulation over there. You know how Pete Dunne works. Tyler Bate tagged back in. He got a little too cocky and found himself on the outside of the ring thanks to J.D. McFish. Dunne soon joined him on the outside. And Judgment Day was in control, headed to a commercial break. So we're back from commercial, and Mysterio was in control of Bate. Mysterio then attempted to land the Three Amigos, but he failed on his last attempt. Tyler Bate overpowered him and made the tag to Pete Dunne. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne then were working together. They knocked J.D. McCaffey off the ring apron. Tyler Bate followed up with an airplane spin before the New Catch Republic nailed multiple double-team maneuvers here to Dominic Mysterio. And they go for a cover here, only get a 2 count on Dom after some nice double-team moves. Mysterio followed up with a 619. That was to Pete Dunne, but Tyler Bate interfered and knocked Dominic to the ground with bop and bang. New Catch Republic then nailed J.D. McNuggets with a huge Tiger Driver 97 double-team move. That led to the victory, and they get a W going into their tag team title match tomorrow morning at the Elimination Chamber. So good on them. I love the team of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. I think they're great. Honestly. I like the team. You know what? You got to give J.D. McDonough and Dominic Mysterio some praise too, man. They look very good out there. You know, J.D. McDonough does the brunt of the work, and Dominic Mysterio held his own there. And, you know, he's still kind of green in spots, but I thought they worked very well together as a tag team. I really do. And the tag team division, man, I don't know what we're doing with the tag team division. I hope that they have some solid answers after WrestleMania. Whether it's merge the divisions, get one set of title, and have those titles float between Raw and SmackDown, or we get 2 separate titles. We get which is the direction I see that they're going in. Maybe we get the WWE Tag Team titles and then the Undisputed World Tag Team Championships. I don't know. But I would like an answer to what we're doing with the tag team titles and its division after WrestleMania. I think we've waited long enough. You know, so with the tag team division that WWE's got right now, I mean, they are locked and loaded. So let's get some answers after WrestleMania there. But I thought this was easily the best thing on the entire show. After the match, Finn Balor and Damian Priest came down to the ring, and they attempted to attack Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. But after they both failed, the New Catch Republic headed to the back, and they ran away. So Judgment Day tried to get the one-up here before the Chamber, and they did indeed fail there. Logan Paul, he was backstage with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. They were all chatting it up. Kevin Owens walked in and asked what they're doing and why do they keep looking at one another. He called it an odd hobby, them all looking at each other. KO told Logan to bring the brass knuckles to Australia because he'd love to hit him with them again. In fact, I hope you walk through airport security with them so that you don't make it to the Chamber. KO then left. Logan asked why they didn't just jump him if it was us 3 and just him. All of a sudden, Heyman walked up to them and said, you know what, I never liked Kevin Owens. As you know, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns have a long history. Heyman then told Grayson Waller it's his lucky day because the tribal chief wanted to talk to him. Theory and Logan were a little jealous that Grayson Waller was wanted by the tribal chief. Nick Aldis. They showed Nick Aldis and a referee helping Dakota Kai walk backstage. They then led her to the trainer's room after a vicious attack by Damage Control. So it looks like we're getting ready and primed for a Dakota Kai in-ring return to SmackDown. I think a lot of people will be excited about that. The Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. They're with Bobby Lashley and B-Fab. They are known as the Pride against the Authors of Pain, AOP, Razor, and Akam. They were out there with Paul Ellering, Karrion Kross, and Scarlett. This was okay. I didn't really have any interest in this personally, but I'm glad that we actually got a match pitting these two factions. I think that's great. Because after a couple of stalemates and then a no contest that never began, it's nice to see these two factions in the ring together. Now, this is the Authors of Pain legit first real match on SmackDown since their return. The final testament. Montez and Akam began the match. Ford attempted to use his speed, but Akam was just too big. He was just too powerful. And Montez Ford found himself on the receiving end of some offense from Akam. Angelo Dawkins tagged in. He soon found himself on the same, I would say, the same beating that Montez found himself in. So, AOP's in complete control. The Street Profits, they got a little offense and sent AOP on the outside. So there was a little regrouping on the outside between the final testament here. Dawkins landed a swanton over the top, and we go to a commercial break. So we come back from break. Montez is in the ring, and he's being beaten by AOP. So after a little bit, AOP still on offense. Ford was able to sidestep an attack by Razor. He makes the hot tag to Dawkins. Both teams went back and forth until the Street Profits were able to land a top rope blockbuster, which looked great, and they only managed a 2 count. Scarlett would then get involved, and Lashley's on the outside. He started getting involved as well because Scarlett got involved. He's yelling at them. Cross would intercept. It was all a setup. So he went after Scarlett, asking her why she's interfering. And out of nowhere, Cross intercepted and ended up nailing Lashley's arm with a steel chair across the ring post. Meanwhile, the action's still going on back in the ring. Razor was finally able to finish Montez Ford off with his partner Akam. We got that big double team sit-out powerbomb neckbreaker combination. And AOP wins over the Street Profits, going into the Elimination Chamber match. Or the Elimination Chamber PLE, I should say. These two teams do not have a match at the pay-per-view, but Lashley is in the chamber. And commentary question now with Karrion Kross attacking the arm. How good is Lashley going to be for the chamber going into that match with an already injured arm? So the reason why they did this is they're looking for a way out to protect Bobby Lashley in the chamber. So when he gets eliminated, he's got a reason. The Cross injury setting that up, and when Lashley's eliminated, he's got a reason why he didn't win the chamber, because Cross already injured him before getting in there. I like it. But what I don't like is this feud. It's already gone on too long for me. It's just boredom. I mean, is anybody interested in this feud between these two factions? I mean, it's very paint by numbers, basic shit. There's nothing going on. There's no dialogue. There's nothing. I just find myself to be utterly bored with all the guys involved here. There's just no story. What's the story? Oh, we're going to stop the Pride because we want to be the most dominant faction on SmackDown. Great. I'm going to need a little bit more than that. Dakota Kai. She was backstage, and she was being attended to by medics and Nick Aldis before Bayley interrupted. Dakota Kai said she was jumped and apologized to Bayley for not trusting her. Bayley stated she should have been there for her, and Kai followed up by stating that Damage Control was going to pay for this action. I don't trust Dakota Kai. I don't. And by the way, guys, you can't blame Cross. You can't blame Cross for this being boring. There's no build. It's not Akam's fault. It's not Razor's fault. It's not Cross's fault. It's not Lashley. It's not the Profits. There's just no writing. The creative sucks. The build sucks. That's all it is. They're not giving them anything to do. A match on TV with no heat is exactly going to produce that. No heat. No emotion. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Dakota Kai is going to turn on Bayley. That's what I see happening. We got 5 weeks to go. This is all a setup. Did we even see Damage Control attack Dakota Kai? Did we? I don't think we did. All we seen was Dakota Kai walking through the fucking backstage with medics and Nick Aldis. We didn't see it actually happen. Could be all set up. Backstage. Roman Reigns. We got 2 Roman Reigns segments on this show. Wow. Jimmy told Reigns that he told Jay they are doing just fine without him. Paul Heyman introduced Roman Reigns to Grayson Waller. Waller walked in and said he had something to tell him, but it's for your ears only. And as Roman Reigns began to speak, we got the segment cut off. So clearly it's a cliffhanger going into the Elimination Chamber tomorrow morning. Moving on. A trainer. He was there icing Bobby Lashley's elbow, heavily taped his arm. Bobby Lashley waved him off. Drew walked in and said, "I'll pray for you." And then he left. That's basically what that was. Drew McIntyre is going to end up taking out Bobby Lashley in the Elimination Chamber, and he won't need a prayer at all. LA Knight. Yeah! And Drew McIntyre. This was the main event of Friday Night SmackDown. This was for momentum going into the Elimination Chamber. As soon as the match started, Logan Paul's music hit, and he headed out to the commentary desk to sit on commentary with Wade Barrett and Corey Graves. The bell rang, and both guys went at each other right at the start of the bell. LA Knight seemed a little bit too cocky here. McIntyre nailed him with a Glasgow kiss, and we get the action sent to the outside. McIntyre was laying a beating on LA Knight. Kevin Owens arrived with a steel chair, and he sat on commentary as well. So we got Logan Paul on one side, Kevin Owens on the other. And we got the Elimination Chamber participants all watching each other. So we go to commercial break, and we come back from commercial, and we're back inside the ring with McIntyre still laying a beating on LA Knight. Logan Paul and Owens are talking shit to each other on commentary. McIntyre attempted to continue the offense on LA Knight. He missed a big move in the corner. LA Knight now coming back, managed to land his trademark superplex, got a 2 count on Drew McIntyre. McIntyre followed up with a Future Shock DDT, but he failed at hitting the Claymore kick, and the action goes back to the outside. LA Knight and McIntyre were on the outside fighting it out. Owens began getting more hostile, and McIntyre went back inside the ring. Owens attacked him, and the referee called for the bell. So Kevin Owens got up and attacked Drew McIntyre, and the referee called for the bell. This match ended in a no contest. They called it a no contest. But being that Owens attacked McIntyre, LA Knight should realistically lose this match. But they called it a no contest. So shortly after that, Logan Paul got involved, and then all of a sudden Bobby Lashley ran down to the ring. He got involved. This was some Vince McMahon level booking here for the Elimination Chamber. Everybody was already on the show, being that this was taped after last week's show, so why not? Each man attempted to establish their moves. McIntyre laid out Lashley. His music began to play. And then out of nowhere, RKO, Randy Orton with an RKO out of nowhere on Drew McIntyre. And Randy Orton was the closing image of Friday Night SmackDown as he RKOs Drew McIntyre heading into the Elimination Chamber. Standing tall is Randy Orton going into the PLE tomorrow morning. I mean, it was paint by the numbers shit. They did what they could to get that final push, even though we didn't really need one. Final push going into the Elimination Chamber. And I don't know. There's still a lot of questions. 5 weeks left to go. A lot of questions still to be answered before WrestleMania. I hope that they get everything we need for WrestleMania out in the next 5 weeks. And a lot of questions still about Roman, Rock, Cody, and Seth. I don't know. Grayson Waller is teasing something that he's telling Roman Reigns that's only for Roman Reigns' ears. What is that? I don't know. Will we see Roman and Rock tomorrow on the Grayson Waller effect? I don't know. It's a pretty big show in front of 50,000 people. I would assume that they would be there. They want to dumb down the idea that they're not there. I think it's a troll job. I'm predicting that they do end up showing up. And maybe we get this tag team match built and announced tomorrow during the Elimination Chamber. Rock, Roman, Cody, Seth. That's the rumor for night one. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, the Grayson Waller effect tomorrow, being that Grayson Waller is Australian and he's going to be in his hometown, his home country, You know, there's got to be some big WrestleMania implications coming out of tomorrow's show with that segment. That should be a turning point for that story, that angle, and maybe we get some answers to some questions. I don't know. Orton, he stood tall at the end of tonight's show. Drew McIntyre is obviously the odds-on favorite. You know, if you go by the handbook of pro wrestling 101, Randy Orton standing tall on the go-home show doesn't really bode well for him tomorrow morning at the Elimination Chamber. They may actually go with Drew McIntyre, but I don't know. McIntyre's the odds-on favorite. Randy Orton could be plugged in on Monday Night Raw, where they might be without Cody and CM Punk. And Randy Orton has some history with Seth Rollins anyway. They may go with Randy Orton and Seth Rollins instead of Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. We don't know. Well, it's going to come out of the chamber. We're going to get Logan Paul and LA Knight built. Is it going to be a triple threat between those three guys? Because Kevin Owens is clearly still not done with Logan Paul himself. Maybe we get a multi-man match. Maybe it's a fatal four-way. Maybe it's a ladder match for the United States Championship. I don't know. Hopefully there's some significance to a lot of what's going to happen at the chamber. Seriously. But I'm going with Becky. I'm going with Drew. I'm going with Rhea. And the other match is what? What is the other match for the chamber? We got 4 matches. It's 2 women's matches, right? We got Becky, Rhea, Drew McIntyre, and the Grayson Waller effect. That's all that's announced tomorrow, right? There's got to be something else. Let me see. I know I'm missing something. Elimination Chamber card. Let me see. Am I missing a match? I know it's a very small card. Oh, the Tag Team Championships. How could I forget? I just talked about it 20 minutes ago. That's where my fucking head's at. I should really get to bed. Yeah, the Judgment Day is going to win that. The Judgment Day are going to beat Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. But that's it, man. It's a very small card tomorrow. Very small. We should realistically be in and out, and we should realistically be off the air about 8 a.m. So we'll see what happens. I will be live with you guys with Andrew Baydala. Tuesday night, Titans going Saturday. And we will have the post show at 12:30 Eastern time for you guys tomorrow afternoon. Make sure you join us for what should be a very good post show right here on OTS. Thank you guys very much, man. I told you I was going to get you in and out of here, man. Not much happened. There was no real storyline progression on tonight's show. So it's tough for me to even go in depth about certain things when it's just as basic as it was tonight. Hopefully you guys understand that. There's a women's tag team match as well on the pre-show. I will not be watching that. I'm not waking up any earlier than I have to. The Kabuki Warriors will be defending the women's tag team titles against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Absolutely no reason for you guys to wake up any earlier than you have to. Thank you guys for joining me on this Friday night, man. Tonight's sponsored by Manscaped. March Madness is coming up. It's time to get ready for the madness. Now we all know there will be some upsets this year, but Manscaped is here to help you ensure your grooming game isn't one of them. With Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, you'll be the Cinderella story that is talked about for years and years to come. So as far as you're gearing up for the March Madness, make sure you guys get that perfect bracket, and let's make sure those underdogs downstairs are groomed and ready to pull off the ultimate upset. Use code SCRIPT20 at checkout for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Elevate your grooming to a whole new level. The MVP is our Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. It's like having a sixth man off the bench, ensuring your grooming routine never misses a shot. Manscaped is the #1 seed in the tournament, and it's here to make sure your bracket doesn't get busted due to any hairy distractions. From tip-off to the final buzzer, the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra has you covered. With the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, that is your MVP this March, delivering precision and power. Make sure you guys go check all that out 20% off, free shipping, code SCRIPT20 at Manscaped, manscaped.com. When things get hairy, make sure you call on Manscaped when it's clutch time. Let's get into the super chats and then get some fucking sleep, man. Seriously. Michael Krause with a $5 super chat. Michael, thank you so much, brother. Good Friday, JD. Just wanted to let you know I'm sorry your cat is sick, and me and the Otis family are always here. If you ever need to talk, let me know. Thank you guys very much. Bacardi's sleeping. Bailey is doing a little bit better today. That's the update. She finally emerged from the basement, and she was upstairs when I got home, which was a beautiful sign. Michael also with a $2 super chat. SmackDown Chamber a few hours away. Are you ready? No, I'm not. Andy Suppers with a 2. I wanted to say hello, OTS, and welcome in. Frankie Rodriguez with a $9.99. JD as a strong Bron Breakker fan. It is crazy to think he should get a 2002 Brock Lesnar push. No, it's not crazy. Because I think he's going to be aligned with Paul Heyman sooner or later. Michelle Moran with a $2 super chat. I'll lay odds. Lashley gets replaced in the chamber. By who? I don't think Lashley gets replaced. Fantasy Kid 1977 with 25 months. I'm going to go check out a Vapor Blue Dark Horse tomorrow. Can't wait. That's awesome, Fantasy Kid. I am not a fan of the Vapor Blue. The Blue Ember is the way to go, brother. Tone C with 12 months. Hey, JD, you ever listen to the R.I.P. Ben Woods version of Holy Wars? My neighbor Oscar, who also passed, said I should learn different styles of guitar. I did not, Tone C. I don't know many people that have actually covered that song. Evan Allen with a $4.99. Hey, JD, where do you see Gunther in the world title picture if he loses the title at WrestleMania? He could certainly win Money in the Bank. I mean, does Gunther really need to do anything to be a world championship contender? I mean, he's held the IC title for this long. He should automatically move up to the next stage. JP5150 with a 41 months in the venue. Thank you, brother. Sad I got work in the morning, so I'll be hearing your review after the show, JD. I'll have an old-fashioned to prepare for my morning shift tomorrow. Brother, you do not want to drink an old-fashioned before work. I can't even think of alcohol that early in the morning. Michael with a 2. Terms of the week. Google it, pivot, and potholes. Yeah. My favorite is Google it. Go Google it. Graphics designers. I need a Go Google it t-shirt. Joey Clemenza with 26 months. Pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel on his lap. Bartender says, hey, buddy, what's with the wheel? Pirate says, yar, it's driving me nuts. Yeah, we'll leave the comedy, Joey, to Sidro, for sure. Justin with a $1.99. JD, how's your cat doing? Hope she gets better. She is doing a little bit better today. Started eating, started going to the bathroom again. So she's on the mend, hopefully. Stu Sexton with the Mustang emote next to his name. He just hit 48 months in the OTS venue. Oh, my goodness, Stu. Finally, I have received that beautiful Mustang logo. Thank you, JD, for being the best in the community, Stu. Thank you so much, brother, for 48 months. Stu joins one other, Tan May, as the Mustang VIP, man. Unbelievable from Stu Sexton. Keith Tunstall with 8 months. WWE changed his name again. On the WWE website, his name is now Berto. He's no longer Humberto, is what you're telling me. Is that what you're telling me? It's pretty lame. Stallions, 1999. My cat had upper respiratory infection before, and what really helped him was putting him in the bathroom, turning on the shower, on the hot water, steaming up the room. The steam really helped get rid of the infection. 30 minutes. It's a good idea, bro. I may do that tomorrow. Stallions also with a $4.99. I hope Bailey feels better. I love cats, so if you need any help, please let me know. Stallions, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Brian Owens with 12 months. Getting ready to start my 45th birthday with the Elimination Chamber at 4 a.m. Then look forward to celebrate my OTS anniversary with your post show. Brian, we'll be here. Drew and I will be here, brother. Sean Ray J with $10. I find it funny how people talk about how they want new stars. Perfect opportunity to make one. You have a built-in story of Liv Morgan and Rhea, but want Becky, who spent her last promo talking about her hat. Bro, it's all about the biggest matches possible, man. Liv ain't a big match. I don't know what to tell you. Chris with 19 months, 19 glorious months in the VIP section. I'm grateful to find the podcast back in 2015. Hope everything is well with Bailey. OTS for life. Cheers. Chris, thank you, man. Dom Wapo with 8 months. I want Randy at Mania versus Seth. Start the chase to 17. End Mania with him and Cody. After he wins, close the show, both raising titles like WrestleMania 20. Hollywood guy with a $5 super chat. At least they added Indy Hartwell in a tag team match. Sure. Krauser with a $2 super chat. 2K24 looks great. The new gauntlets are fun as hell. I may actually pick it up this year. Thinking about picking up Final Fantasy, obviously. Not thinking about it, I am. WWE 2K, and I want to try out Hell Riders. Everybody's talking about this, man. Everybody's like, oh, you like Destiny. Why don't you go play Hell Riders? Seems a little basic. I don't know. Johnny. JD, you the best. Thank you, Johnny, with the $1.99. Anthony King, $4.99. Don't trust Dakota Kai at all. Neither do I. And Ricardo with a $5 super chat. JD, can we get a... Go Google it in a Denise's Cody voice. Hashtag OTS for life. Hashtag 5 months from the Mustang. A flock of morons. 25 months. Who cares about a pre-tape SmackDown before a predictable PLE? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is in T-minus 5 days. Let's go. Words, music to my ears. A flock of morons. Thank you, brother. You're damn right. Let's fucking go, man. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, Helldivers 2 looks boring, huh? I don't know, man. It ain't gonna be no Destiny, I'll tell you that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on a very boring episode of SmackDown. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys go check out all the content, including the Chamber predictions between me and Andrew Baydala, who will be joining me tomorrow afternoon, 12:30. I will be live with the Elimination Chamber post right here on Off the Script, and I will be up at 5 a.m. live tweeting with all you fucking geeks out there who are up at that hour. The Elimination Chamber right here on OTS. Until tomorrow morning, guys, get your coffee prepped. I'll see you at 5 a.m. sharp, right here on OTS. I'll see you guys then.
Googling. I don't even know why I come.
Yeah, I don't know why you come here either, motherfucker.